What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Monday Magic. What's up, y'all? And don't mind my eye. I'm healing right now, so it's definitely getting smaller, but it's like a bump, a surface, and it's like moving down towards my eyelid, like it's a little higher. But yeah, it's on its way out, so don't be distracted by it. But how y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Welcome to Sagittarius season. Like, we made it through Scorpio. We're back to the daytime vibes. I wanted to be outside by the tree, but oh, my people went out of town, and yeah, they took the mics with them. So yeah, in order to keep the noise from being a variable or a factor to keep track of, I just figured we'd keep it inside. But new location, you know, change up the area, change up the scenery a little bit. But yeah, same magic. So I look forward to what comes out today and just the energies that we're in. And yeah, I just can't wait, honestly. And just being in Sagittarius season in general is exciting because, like we've been talking about, we're in a 9-year right now. And if you don't know what that means, it's just numerology. 2025, 2 plus 0 plus 2 is 4 plus 5 is 9. So that's going to be heavy on, or it's been heavy on, culminations, conclusions, chapters ending, wrapping things up, just all those type of vibes. And in correlation to that, when you bring in the astrology of it, the 9th sign of the zodiac is Sagittarius. So we're in a Sagittarius year, and we just entered Sagittarius season. So I don't know, I'm expecting very, very big things, especially considering how Scorpio season wrapped up. Yeah, I'm expecting a lot of forward momentum this season. Yes, we are in fall, but I feel like it's still going to be, the energy still feels like, I don't want to say full spring vibes, because, you know, that's a whole energy in itself, but that type of progression, you know, and that type of feel to it. So yeah, this will be a good time to be able to move something forward. If you have any ideas or anything that you've been meaning to move forward, all the energy is there to do that. So I'm very excited for Sagittarius season. And yeah, I feel the momentum like continuing to push forward after being built this whole year, essentially. So yeah, I'm excited, and I look forward to seeing how it finds us and how it finds you all. And yeah, so definitely enjoy the vibes. And yeah, if you're not into it already, definitely get into numerology, as well as astrology. There's different kinds and stuff, so you can definitely look into it and see what resonates with you. And especially if you're someone who has your birth time, like, there's a world of information out there for you. Astrology, numerology, human design, all of that. So yeah, definitely look into it if you feel any resonance or have any curiosity, or if you're on that journey to self, to get to know yourself a little better. 3:33 on the timer as I say that. So, but yeah, without further ado, hey, what's up? Welcome to the party. But without further ado, I'm Mark. I'm your reader today. And yeah, this is Monday Magic. And we're about to see what's in store for us this week through the present energies, honestly. I never really say this, but I'm feeling called to let you know that, yeah, nothing we talk about is locked in stone. We're not, your future is, even if we're talking about future things here, we're talking about energies that are coming into play, it's all based on the present energies. So as soon as you hear that, it can change, you know? Like, just an example, it's an extreme example. Like, I can tell you, like, oh man, you have an abundance coming in, there's an opportunity coming in, and all this is coming in. And then you leave with that reading and you be like, oh, okay, so it's already coming in, so I could just go do whatever and it must be okay because this thing is coming in, right? So you go and, I don't know, rob a bank or something, and then you can't rob the bank, get arrested, go to jail, and then be like, wow, they lied to me, or wow, that reading wasn't real. They said I was going to be in a mansion next week, you know? And it's like, at the end of the day, it's only a read on the present energy based on where you've been and based on how you're currently vibrating and all that. So at any turn you can go and change it, and that changes everything. And just the fact that you heard that reading and heard what's in store for you can change the future and change all that. So I just say all that to say, don't just understand that it's all energy, and energy is fluid and always moving and changing. So yeah, just stay present, embrace the energy, and continue to do your thing, and understand that everything's going to continue to unfold and play out how it needs to and in resonance to you. So yeah, enjoy the ride and don't take everything so seriously. But for real now, without further ado, I'm Mark, I'm your reader, and this is Monday Magic. Playboy Cardi. I didn't know Playboy Cardi was doing tarot on the side. You're funny. Hell yeah, you're in for a treat for sure. But 5:55 on the timer. But that being said, we start Monday Magic the same way every week. So if you're new here, that is our presence practice. We start with our breath work, which is going to be deep inhales to the belly, hold, exhale as slow as you can. And that's just to promote relaxation, as well as help you get anchored into the present moment, as well as create room in your cup. Because you don't want to come in here and be overstimulated or all scattered or a lot going on, or you don't have too much room, and then the energy comes through and it's a lot, and now you can't really process it because you didn't have any room for it. So our presence practice in general, not just the breath work, but our body scanning, which we do after as well, it all just helps to create room and to prepare your vessel, your mind, your body, your soul, everything for what we do here. So yeah, that being said, we're going to go into our breath work, and then after that I'll explain the body scan. But yeah, so go ahead, introduce a little movement into your body, and then roll your neck a little bit. Ooh, got a nice crack. And then when you're good, you can go ahead and just return to center. And then close your eyes if you can. And if you can't, that's okay too. All right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and introduce a little bit of movement back into your body. forth. And then when you're good, return to center. And then we're going to get going with our body scan. And we're going to start from the bottom. We're going to start with our toes. And as I call out the different body parts, just place your awareness there. Don't think about it too much. Don't judge whatever you might notice. Yeah, don't do anything but just be there with it. And if you do notice any tension or any pressure or anything like that, lovingly release it with using your awareness and allow it to pass. But yeah, don't get lost in it. And yeah, stay present. So, and also if I say an area like your feet, you can go ahead and check in with your heel, your toenail, like just the different parts that may be there that you may feel called to. You're definitely not limited to exactly what I say, but just kind of stick to the area and yeah, follow your intuition and your own inner guidance as well. But that being said, we're going to start with our toes. Go ahead and place your awareness there. Give them a little wiggle. Then your feet. Then your ankles. Then your lower legs, like your shins, your calves. Then your knees. Then your upper legs, your hamstrings, your thighs. Then your groin area. Then your butt. And if you're sitting, really lean into the support that's there. Like where your butt meets the surface that you're sitting on. Then your hands. Then your arms. Your stomach. Your chest. Your shoulders. Your back. Your neck. Your chin. Your mouth. Your nose. Your cheeks. Your ears. Your eyes. Your forehead. back of your head. And then the top of your head. And then before we come out of the body scan, place your awareness back on your toes. Give them a little wiggle. And then we're going to do one more big inhale to the belly. And slow exhale as slow as you can. But when you're inhaling, remember your awareness is still on your toes. When you're inhaling, pull your awareness up from your toes all the way to the top of your head. And feel the energy rise as you do that. And then when you get to the top, hold. And then exhale. So, you ready? Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and introduce a little bit of movement back into your body. Go ahead and wrap your arms around yourself. Give yourself a little hug. Rock back and forth. Express gratitude 3 times, whether out loud, in your mind, or energetically, whatever feels right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And when you're ready, go ahead and slowly and lovingly open your eyes if you close them. Hey, yo. For a second, I didn't recognize myself, which sounds crazy. Like, it took me a second to process what I was looking at. That sounds super crazy, honestly, but it's the truth. Kundalini Aiki. That energy definitely felt really, really dope. You turned in the chat. Oh, yeah. But, how y'all feeling? Was that dope? Was that as dope for y'all as it was for me? That felt really, really good. Oh, I guess we're starting with tarot this week. My hands went right to them. Oh, and I saw you asked earlier about if you guys were able to get readings. Depending on how, typically it's a collective reading. I don't typically do personal readings or answer questions because it really is a lot that comes through, and we'll really be here all day. But I don't know if we get through. If we get through in a timely manner and there's still more energy and the vibes are still rocking, then hell yeah, we can definitely do questions and stuff at the end. It's Sag season. It's time to blaze ahead, so I'm all for the energy, honestly. With that being said, thank you all for being here. And yeah, I know I don't have the mics today, so let me know if the shuffling is ever too loud while I'm talking. Ooh, 4 viewers, 44 followers, big 444. But cards feel interesting today too. They feel charged, but it's still like a very calm charge. And first out, Ace of Swords. And this was, if I'm not mistaken, the last card that came out last week. Yeah, and it just feels like more emphasis on it being time. Time to move forward with what you know, move forward with what has been building, the momentum that's been building, the knowings you've been cultivating. Um, yeah, the places you've been in your mind, the places you go when you think about your future, the places that you literally transport yourself to when people ask what do you want in your life? Where are you headed? And just all those things that you experience and see for yourself, that it's all been for. It's time, and it's like you're supported in that journey. And understand that, yeah, right now all you're needing to do is trust it, and trust that what you've been seeing and what you've been feeling is exactly what you're supposed to be doing, and that there's no more clarity to get as far as that goes. It's time to execute now. And I feel like this week, Sagittarius season in general, through the rest of the year, into winter, into the next year, as far as like spring and all that. Yeah, it's just time to move forward with what you know, and don't second guess any of it. Understand that what you see for yourself is exactly what's for you. And on the bottom, which is the subconscious energy, the energies at play that we may not be thinking about or understanding at a conscious level. Page of Wands. And this just feels like, this feels like Sagittarius energy as well. We got the big fire energy, and yeah, it's just time to blaze ahead. And that's what's going on right now. So if you feel like you're feeling like, damn, like I keep feeling like this agitation, or like an anxiousness, or an inability to sit still, or just, you feel kind of charged. That's what it is. It's like, this is the energy that you're supposed to be using to get to where you're going. And under that, on the bottom, you got the Chariot in reverse. And this feels like 2222 on the timer. It just feels like you feel this charge and this, like, I need to be doing something, or something, I'm missing something, or, like I'm supposed to be somewhere or doing something. You feeling like that because this energy is in you to actualize everything that's waiting on you. And it's like, you may not be moving in that direction, not consciously, or not in as big of a way as you feel like moving. And it's like, that's what that restlessness is. It's that energy inside you wanting to be expressed, wanting to be actualized. And it's like, all you need to do is start moving. And it's not even like doing really, really big things, or like, just leaving it all out there, giving it all you got, which is great if that's what you feel called to do. But more so just moving in that direction, like continuing to move, continue to give what you have to give, and what you feel called to give to your path and your journey and all that, when you feel called to give it, and not suppressing it or being like, oh, dang, I feel like making this. I'll make it later, or I'll do that. I'll write it down and I'll get to it. Like, but when you feel that urge, that spark, honoring it and be like, oh, okay, there it goes. I feel like, there's the inspiration. Let me pounce on it and move. Because it's like that energy that you're carrying inside you, plus that inspired spark put together, can create whole worlds, and can create the very abundance, the very magic that you're ready to experience. So it's like, when those things come together, and I'm seeing the meme of where it's like the handshake meme, where it's like this thing over here and this thing over there, and it's like where they meet, and it's like, yeah, when the inspiration meets the energy that you naturally have and it comes together, you need to act and understand that that force is everything, and that it can really move mountains and shape worlds and create universes. And that's exactly what you're doing, and exactly what's being birthed inside you right now. Not being birthed inside you, but what's growing inside of you for you to give birth to into this world. So understand that all you need to do is move with what you know to be true, move with what you've been seeing, move with the visions and the energy of those visions, and understand that, yeah, the energies at play right now are here for you to actualize everything, and to make it all very, very real and very, very physical. And it's like, you've already experienced them energetically, you've experienced them spiritually, you've experienced them at every dimension. It's like the last place to experience it now is in the physical, and that's through you grounding in the energy and moving with it and doing what you feel called to do, and yeah, just making it happen. So do that, please, because it's like, yeah, it's all here for you. And it's like right now, that's the call. It's like, all right, no more, nothing else to learn, nothing else to consider, nothing else to even get clear on. It's like, you know, you don't need any more insight. You don't need any more clarity. You don't need any more suggestions. It's like, move. Start taking that first step, that second step, and understand that the rest of the plan will continue to actualize as you get there. Like a video game, you know, like the whole game's not sitting there fully loaded when you're playing it. You might not know that because you're only looking at this one part, but I'm sure we've all played games where it's like you get there and then you see it kind of continue to render as you get there. Like it might have just been like a little bare bones, but then you see more detail come in as you walk into it. And it's like, that's the path we're on right now. It's like, it's not all fully loaded right now. It's like, you may only see what's directly in front of you, but it's like, that's all you're being asked to see. That's all you're being asked to embrace and walk into. And understand that as you take those steps, you're going to be like, oh, okay, that's what's over there. Like, oh, okay, that's more clear now. Oh, I can see that, oh, that was more than just a blob. Like, that was a whole build, you know? And it's like, that's what you're being offered right now. It's like, all you have to do is take that first step. Whatever you can see, do that. You don't have to see the whole picture to be able to move, you know? You don't have to see the whole staircase to take that first step. You just need to be able to see that step in front of you. And if you can see the step in front of you, take it and trust that after that, the next one will be illuminated, and the next one will be illuminated, and the next, and then by then you'll understand how this goes, and you just have to get a little momentum built, and then it'll carry itself. But it's like, getting started is always the hardest part. Showing up is always the hardest part. But once you get there and realize, like, oh, okay, like how it works, and that only happens through showing up and through experience, you'll understand, and the rest will become clear. But the first step is yours, and everything else has been set up. You've been setting it up, you've been seeing it, and you've been experiencing it more than anything. Understand that your visions are real. Like, the fact that you feel them, they get your heart going, you see it, you feel the energy when you're in them, and all that tells you just how real it is. Like, what's the difference between a sensation or a physical experience that creates those sensations versus you experiencing them from seeing it? Because it's like, physical is the last place it plays out, but it's definitely real at higher dimensions. It's real in every dimension. And it's like, don't rely on your eyes, don't rely on just your physical senses to understand the magic that's unfolding at every given moment and in every given space. So, hell yeah. Just keep doing your thing. I feel like that's what it feels like is the most important thing to understand. It's like to not second guess these calls that you're getting, not second guess yourself, or feel like you're missing something, or yeah, I'm hearing because it might feel easier, or it might feel like ease when, you know, everything is told you. You gotta be pushing hard against the wall, you gotta sleep when you're dead, you gotta do all these things, you know, and it's really tough to actualize your dreams, you know, that's what they make you believe. And it's like, don't feel like just because there is ease, there is flow, there is all these things that you're not going hard or you're missing something or anything like that. Because it's like, that's not the only way to get it done. And where we're headed and how the world is changing every single day and in every moment, that's not even the best way to get it done. The embodiment is everything. Getting clear is everything. And moving is everything. Much more far-reaching than force, much more far-reaching than manipulation and trying to make the universe this place or make your life this thing. It's like, yo, there's energies at play that you can flow with, you know. Animals, birds aren't forcing their way, you know, to anything. Everything's kind of doing their part in the flow of things. They're following their flow, their intuition, their instincts and everything, and it all works out perfectly. It's this poetic perfection, honestly. And it's like, you're no different. You're a part of everything just the same way, and you have the ability to navigate everything just the same way. And it's like, that's not the way that society tells you to operate. It's not what we've seen. But understand that it's the truth. And if you wait till everybody understands it to be the truth, or to where the proof is so loud it's unignorable, then you'll be behind on what you could have been experiencing. You'll be behind on what's waiting for you. And it is waiting for you, which is why you're even hearing this right now. Because you could have been a lot of places, I could have been a lot of places, but everything aligned the way it did for us to be right here in this moment together. And for you to be hearing these things, for me to be expressing these things, and for the energy to be present for all of us to experience. So understand that there is no coincidences. So you can definitely hang your hat on that. And if it resonates even a little bit, look into it. Allow, you know. Let your spirit teams or whoever you believe in, whatever, let them know that you're open to seeing how true that is, how magical things can get. And trust that they will, and it will all come right behind it. And when it does, hell yeah, pay it forward, you know. And yeah, share your proof with the world. Express the energy. Or just lead by example, you know. But allow your light to be felt. Allow yourself to be seen. Allow other people to understand what's possible. And not just because you're out there, you know, like, oh, do this, do that, or, oh, you know, preaching from the hilltops, but because they see you, they experience you, they feel the magic when they bump into you. They're like, damn, what's she got going on? What's he got going on? And, you know, they can't help it. They're like, dang, like, what do you do? And, you know, have you ever experienced that where you're like somewhere and you can feel someone trying to understand you or understand your magic? And then you can tell just in the way they're asking questions or what they're asking or the fact that they keep asking questions or, you know, and it's just like, damn, you're trying to figure out what it is. And it's like, it's nothing but just how I know the world to work, how I know myself, how that divine ass energy gets to grow and become amplified when you are showing up authentically and when you are exactly who you know yourself to be. People feel that, and it's like, you don't have to say anything. And they'll come to you if they want to know. If they want to know the secrets or the magic or how things work. You know, they'll ask because they can't help but feel you. They can't help but see you and all of that. And there's something about you. And it's like, yo, just lead by example and allow yourself to be seen. And the rest will come right behind that. And you're impacting the world at such a high rate, more than you even know. Online, digitally, as well as in the physical. All of that. And it's like, yeah, if you were able to see the big picture and know just how much you're doing, how much your energy is doing, how much weight your energy is carrying, how if you could see just your immediate area where you live and how your presence there amplifies everybody's light, how you're a beacon of divine ass energy just in your area and how that impacts everybody in the area just from you. And just that's one small example. That's just your area. That's not even considering the things you make and how you reach more people than just your area. And just really think about that. Like how many, your impact. And it's like, you don't always get notified, you know, like you don't get, oh, your presence saved this person's life, or oh, your presence maybe allowed this person to wake up. Like you don't get like text updates or push notifications of your impact, but know that it is that real. And there are no coincidences. Like I said, it all unfolds so perfectly. And it's like, you have no idea the amount of people and things you touch on a day-to-day basis, on a moment-to-moment basis. But you do touch so many people, and you are a vessel of divine energy, truly. And yeah, you don't underestimate that. That just feels like the call. Understand that you are that, and that, the more you know yourself and the more you understand oneness and you live in that truth, vibration, and frequency, you are God, and God is you, and you are the proof of God and the universe and the magic and all of that, because you are it. And it was 33 on the timer as I went to say that. 33:44 when I did say it. And it's like, yeah, man, I don't know. It just feels like that's the energy. And it's like I'm trying to express it to really make it hit home. But I'm just going to trust that you feel it and that it did come across. But it's like, words never do these things justice, yo. It's like the energy is the truth of it. And so I allow it to come through and channel it using the words I know and using, the words that come up as I go to express the energy. But the truth of it really is the energy itself. So that being said, if you feel called to get your own cards, you feel called to work with energy and learn about all these things some more and be able to get your own guidance and tap in with these things, please do. Because understand that you'll understand it too in such a way that you'll feel the energy and you'll understand that that's what we're truly working with, It's not just the concepts and ideas and theories. It really is the energy itself. And the energy itself manifests as those things. But, oh wow, sun on the split. And I really didn't even realize I was really been shuffling. Oh my God. The sun on the split. 10 of Cups on the bottom. It's like, look. And it's just interesting to me because now we're back during the daytime in Monday Magic. And it's like, look, I feel like the cards, even during the night, the Monday night Magic during Scorpio season, the cards were nighttime a lot of times and a little more darker and felt darker at least. But yeah, it's all here. And it's like, move knowing who you are. And allow that to color every footstep you make, every interaction you have, every moment. Zoom out as often as you can and remember who you are. Remember that you are divine, that you are God, that you are literal magic, and that you have an impact on the world that matches that. And it's not to say you're better than people or that other people aren't magic or everybody's not perfect too. It's just the fact that you know that. And you know that to a very deep level. And that makes a difference. And it's like, yeah, me and you are no different. But if you don't know that you're God, if you don't know what you have inside you, your connection to everything, you're limited. But we're the same. And at some point, you're going to know who you are and you're going to be there too. And, you know, I'll hold space and hold it down until you can do that. And yeah, we all play our parts. But understand that if you know that and you have that knowing, you owe it to the people who don't know yet to embody it, because that helps them wake up. That helps them stop accepting less. That helps them stop subscribing to the illusions. It helps them stop subscribing to a lot of the BS, because it's like, okay, it's easy to do that when everybody's doing it. When you look around, you see everybody's doing it. You know, it's easy to not ask any questions. It's easy to just keep doing it. Keep doing the same thing. Keep showing up. Keep being small. Keep shrinking. All that. But when you look up and someone's not doing that and they're literally glowing, they're literally shining, great things happening to them all the time. It's like they're in the middle of telling you about one great thing and then another great thing happens while they're telling you, know, and it's like the energy's so clear and it can be felt and it's charged and it's like, what's going on? And you know, it's like the excuse of this is life or oh, this is just how things are becomes fruitless. It becomes ineffective at the point where you look left and there's somebody over there not subscribed to the BS and they're living a great life, and you look right and there's somebody over there who's not subscribed to the BS and they're living a great life and they seem so fulfilled and charged and always talking about how connected everybody is and how they love everything. And you know, and it's like, if you're sitting there shrinking, you're not showing up as who you know you are. If you're not showing up as the literal sun that you are, the bright ass light of connection and truth and all that you are, if you're not showing up like you're truly abundant and you know that you're literally an embodiment of everything that you want and everything that you have, that you're doing everybody a disservice. And I know it may be, you know, being humble, you know, you're chilling, you know, you're not trying to do too much, but it's like, that's doing too much. That's the true disservice to everybody else. You know, everybody's not consciously going to support it. You know, they might be like, oh, you flexing on us, you shining on us, you know, you feel like you're better than us, but that's their ego talking. Their higher self is like, yes, come on, like, yep, this is another opportunity for them to realize that they can be like that too, you know? And every time you trigger somebody in that way, every time you show up in your full light, it is an opportunity for them to realize that they can show up the same way. And it's like, don't rob them of that, trying to make them comfortable. Like, dude, you didn't get here by being comfortable. You kept leaning into being uncomfortable, and it came out the other side a diamond. That pressure molded you. And it's like, that's the process. And it's like, you're only robbing them of that by keeping them small, especially when you're not small. You're sitting there, that's manipulation, that's all type of bad words, you know? Because like you're tricking them into thinking, you know, you're not amazing, you're not everything. It's like, oh, it's keeping them small. And it's like, just don't do them a disservice, don't do yourself a disservice. Because at the end of the day, the more you show up small, the more you have to show up small. Because showing up in your full size might create tower moments. It might end relationships. It might do all these things that need to be done because you're in spaces that you're too big for. And it's like, yeah, showing up in your full brightness and your full light and being exactly who you know yourself to be, moving in this world like you know exactly what's waiting for you. That's it. That's just, you have to do it. It's like you didn't get this far and learn all these things and do all this work to get all this clarity to be moving in the world like you're not everything that you know yourself to be. So understand that it's the truth, and you've done all this work to become this person. You've remembered who you are and your connection to it all. And you owe it to yourself and the rest of the world to show up as a version of yourself that you're blessed to be, honestly. Because if everybody else knew exactly who they were, they would show up like that too. It's like they just don't know yet. It's like you're here to lead the way. You're here to show what that looks like. You're here to give it a face and ground in that energy. And then when everybody's ready, you pay it forward by telling them how to do it. You tell them how you did it. You tell them the truth that there's nothing to do. All you have to do is be and understand who you are and who you're not, and shed all this stuff that's not you, all this stuff that's not real, that's not the truth of the human experience, and what we're here to do, and the vastness of what we even are, you know. And it's like, yeah. Just please, authenticity is everything. And if you're someone who's blessed to know who they are, if you're someone who's blessed to understand these things, like really, really understand them, not just know them, but understand them, and it's become wisdom, yeah, you have a responsibility, and it's a responsibility you signed up for. And that responsibility is to show up in your fullness and your full power and allow yourself to be the light and be a beacon that you are, you know. You didn't become this bright to hide yourself away, and you know, because that wasn't the point. So it's like, now that you know you're that, be a leader. And you naturally are a leader because you are God, you know. And the more you're into the truth of who you are and yourself, you are God. And it's like you have to show up as God and allow other people to realize that they're God too. And yeah, lead by example. But yeah, that was really dope. You know, I just kept coming and coming and coming. Okay, Monday Magic. And these day vibes feel different. They don't even feel like the day vibes that they were before. It feels like a whole new day vibes. You do individual readings or just collective? Just collective. Depending on how long this goes for, I'm definitely open to doing questions at the end though. So if you stick around, maybe. King of Cups and Two of Pentacles. And I'm hearing emotional recalibration. Yeah, if you've been a little extra emotional lately, or it feels like things are coming to the surface that you thought you healed, or things that you thought you were past already, or even things you don't even recognize, or you're like, what the hell is this feeling? Understand that, yeah, a lot of emotions are stored in the body. And it's like, especially if you're suppressing them, or you've felt something, you didn't express it, and you just kind of kept it inside and just let it sit there, or you were feeling you had to cry and you didn't cry, you just kind of, it was like, no, I'm gonna fight it, and you just, every time you have to cry, you just never cry. Like, understand that these things are living in your body, and they're gonna come out eventually, and they're gonna keep trying to come out because they're not meant to be stored. The energy is meant to flow. You feel it, you really feel it, you express it, and let it go, and you move on. But when you don't allow that process to actually unfold, and you sit there and try to, oh, crying is weak, so I'm not gonna cry, and you just keep it inside. Or you are really mad, but you don't want you don't want to make this person feel away, so you just keep it inside. Or you really want this thing, but you don't feel worthy of it, so you don't express it, you just keep it inside. When you have they're living inside you, feelings of sadness, feelings of anger, feelings of unworthiness are just stored within your body. So understand that as you're trying to, not even trying, because we're doing, as you're moving into these next chapters, as your manifestations and your abundance is coming in different forms into the physical, understand that your body and your body is where you're sending out the, what's the word? Because we're big magnets. We're big magnets. And through our frequency and our vibration, we're calling in things, you know, we're sending out messages and we're calling in things. So understand that if you have sadness, anger, unworthiness living in your body, in your vessel in which you are bringing things in, understand that you're not a vibratory match for things that are embodiments of love, or embodiments of support, and embodiments of abundance, and all exactly like a pyramid power plant. It's like if you have all these things that are stored within you that don't match, you're gonna have a hard time pulling in the exact opposites of those things. So it's like you'll probably have a good, easy time pulling in sadness and anger and all those things that match. But when you're trying to pull in the opposite, you might feel resistance. You're like, damn, why won't these things come in? And it's like, yeah. So that's what's happening right now. It feels like a lot of these things are coming out because, like, yo, it's time. These things are here for you, and it's like these have to come out, like have to. And you might find yourself like where you've been able to resist in the past, you're not able to. Like the wall just comes down. It's like, whoa, like all these things are coming through. I thought I was good on this. I never cry, or you know, all these things, and now all of a sudden it's a very, very intense cry, and you're like, whoa, what is going on? It's like, yeah, you might be crying for years worth of things, or really just all the suppression, everything that's stored in your body is just ready to come out in order for you to really step into these next things that are here for you. So that's just what these cards truly, truly feel like. And it's like, yeah, he's standing above the waters. Like he's not in the water. He's not in that emotional field. He's not in that emotional depth. He's kind of outside of it, recalibrating it. So don't get lost in it, and don't feel like it's an indicator of something wrong right now, because your present is a product of past present moments. So if you know like nothing has changed, nothing has happened, there's no reason for new feelings of sadness to be here, new anger, new any of that stuff, understand that, okay, my body might be processing something. Simple. It might be a recalibration. And understand that that's the truth. Because if you're like, yo, nothing happened, nothing changed. It's like, these are things that were in you, and be grateful. Be like, oh, yes, okay, this was in me. Thank God that this got out. Because if this was in me, there was no way I was going to be able to experience all these things. Because, wow, that sadness was intense. Or, wow, that anger was crazy. And it's like, so express gratitude. And don't get lost in it. Don't sit there and try to figure it out so hard. Or feel like you have to. Like, you can experience it and let it pass and move on. Like, you don't have to be like, oh, what's this from? Like, whatever. You don't have to. You can if you want to, and you can definitely get those answers if you sit with it. But don't feel like if you don't, you're not actually releasing, or you're not actually moving through the energy, because the energy is the energy. Your understanding of it is completely separate. And yeah, you don't have to understand it for it to be moved, or for it to be felt, or for it to be valid, because like, the energy is the energy, you know, and your understanding of it and being able to explain it is not even the full truth of it anyway, because it can't be explained. It can only be experienced. So yeah, allow these things to pass. And damn, Ace of Cups, our second ace of the day. And yeah, it just feels like allow things to flow, and it's making room in your cup for these opportunities and these blessings and miracles that are coming in right now. And it's like, yeah, I'm just getting like when we were talking about earlier with the body scanning and our presence practice and the breath work, how it's like we make room in our cup to be able to work with these energies, so we can fill the cup and then not be too much to where we can't contain the energy. And it's like, that's what's going on right now. It's like you're calling in new love. You're calling it, not even calling in, it's here. There's new love here for you. There's new experiences, new flows available, and all that. But it's like, if you have all these things living inside you still, there's no room in your vessel, there's no room in your energy, there's no room in your field or your life for these things to come in, and for you to really give them the energy that they need to be grounded in and be sustained, and for them to really be the blessings for you that they are. If your cup's too full, you don't have the capacity to handle these things, you're not going to really experience the maximum energy that's to be experienced from it. You know, if you're all filled up with sadness from a past relationship and all that, and a new one comes in, you know, you're gonna be sitting there hesitant. You know, you still got fear inside you from the last relationship. You still have these unworthiness feelings, so you know, oh damn, everybody leaves me, or this person left me. What if she leaves me too? Or you know, all those type of things that just live in you and that continue to play out in your experience if you don't address them. And so it's like, yo, purge these things out, so when new things show up, you can see them without the color of the sadness inside you, without the color of the anger inside you, without the color of unworthiness inside you, you know? You can see them with clear vision. You can be like, wow, okay, like I wonder what that's about. You know, and you can kind of embrace it and allow it to unfold how it does. And it will unfold very, very divinely, because you're in a whole new place. And the things that are coming in for you are matching who you are. And you've changed so much inside that your outer experience has to change too. Like, are you the same person? Oh, 50-50 on the timer, as I said that. Are you the same person you were when you met that last person that became a lesson? It's like, no, you're not that same person at all. So why do you think that you would attract in someone just like them, or someone that would, you know, hurt you or mess you up in the same way that they did? It's like, you won't. And that's not to say that there won't be other lessons, there won't still be things to learn, but it won't be the same. And as long as you're not sitting there in the same cycles, getting fed the same lessons, the same loops and all that, then you're evolving and you're growing. And that's what we're here to do. And it's like, as long as you're doing that, you're doing just fine and everything's okay. So yeah, just embrace this process that's undergoing right now as far as releasing, and understand that, yeah, it's all here for you. It's like, you have to make room though. You gotta get some of that stuff off your plate and realize that there is stuff on your plate. And on the split, I swear my hands just be doing stuff. Like, I didn't even consciously split the deck. It just kind of happened. But it's like 8 of Wands. Things are changing. Things are shifting very, very fast. So it's like, it might feel like a roller coaster at times, but understand that depending on how much stuff you have stored in you, or how much, you know, you've not been feeling, and how much you know, that's going to determine the intensity of this right now. Because, like I said, it's time. We're headed out of Scorpio season, or we left Scorpio season, we're in Sagittarius season. It's time to blaze forward. And it's like, we're moving. And yeah, and it just feels like even the stuff that you're purging right now are just the echoes of things that have already been purged. Like, energetically, they're already gone. They've already been released. And it's like, the physical is the last place things play out. So it's like, you're feeling the physical results of, damn, where are these tears? But it's like, energetically and all that, it's already out of your field. And now you're just experiencing it moving physically, the energy moving and being let go of your body. But understand that that's it. And it's like, we're on the move. Things are shifting and they're playing out right now. So by the time they play out here, they've already played out up there. So imagine, as you're feeling these things, as you're feeling these emotions that we just said, or, you know, they've already been released, and now you're just experiencing it physically. Imagine what's happening now in spiritual level realms and in higher dimensions. If now you finally got the physical release of these things, all right, where are you actually at energetically? Things are still unfolding. It's like, you're gonna experience it in the physical next. So it's like, get excited. Allow you, oh wow, I'm shedding, I'm purging, I'm releasing. So that means I'm creating room. So that means at higher dimensions and other realms, that means things are coming in. So it's like, that's what's next in the physical. Is now, okay, the space that you've created now is going to be filled with something. It's like, that's exciting stuff. So don't get lost in trying to figure out, oh my God, what's going on? Why am I, you know, it's like, yo, okay, something's going on. You're making room. And yeah, so be excited. I'm excited just thinking about it. And yeah, so understand, things are shifting very fast. And by the time you feel it here, like, we're on to the next thing already. So let that shit flow and let it go. And understand that, yeah, on the bottom, right under the Wheel of Fortune, tables have turned. I was going to say tables are turned, but they've already turned. Everything I'm feeling feels very, very, very present. It's interesting that I gave the disclaimer in the beginning, as far as just, even when we're talking about future energies or future possibilities, that it's all based on the present energies. And just to get into this reading, and everything continues to correct me when I start to talk about future. It's like, now. Like, I keep hearing that, like, now, not, oh my God. The world on the split, the star on the bottom, bro. The majors are major players today. And yeah, it's just all here. Like all here right now. Like right this second. So it's like if you're having any calls to do anything right now, do it now. Like even if it feels like, oh, one day I'm gonna do this, one day I'm gonna do that, one day I'm gonna like do that shit now. You're feeling it now. The present is all that's real anyway. So if you have a call on your heart of where you want to show up in the world right now, and it may feel like, oh, one day I'm gonna do this, do it now. Do it now. And you will be supported in that. And it's all here. And I'm being drawn to how the women on both of the cards are kind of naked. I don't know why I was like hesitant to say naked, but yeah, they both don't have any clothes on, and that feels like a call to allow yourself to be vulnerable. Like, yeah, whatever you're feeling, if you're feeling called to share something, like if that's what this is that you're feeling called to do, or you're feeling called to show up like on social media a certain way, or show up in public a certain way, or go do this thing in public, or that involves like being seen, do it. And allow yourself to be as vulnerable as possible. Because for one, allowing yourself to be seen and being seen like in your full nakedness and like, yo, bearing it all, it allows your people to see you. It allows your tribe to find you. It's like the more you can reveal and show of yourself, because you're highly specifically you, you know? Like no one is exactly you. So the more things of you that you can kind of express through yourself and allow people to see, it weeds out people who are not for you. Because like if you're this and this, people who are not all those things are not going to be in resonance to you. But if you're only presenting yourself as these two things, like, oh, I don't even have an example right now, but if you're only presenting yourself as two things, like imagine how many people can resonate with that. When if the reality of you is that you're like really a million things, like you're going to have a lot of people in there who can resonate with how you're showing up, but not who you actually are. But now if you're a million things and you go and express not a million, 900, 900,000, 900,000 things, and you express 900,000 things, the people who are going to be in resonance with you and who kind of show up to support you and show up and vibrate into your life are going to be closer to the truest embodiment of you, because what you're expressing is closer to the truest embodiment of you. And the name of the game is if you're able to and you can really allow yourself to really let go and really express yourself as the 1 million things, understand that the only thing that's going to be attracted into your experience are going to be things that are you. Like only you, not only you, but all the way you, like to the 100%, because that's how you're showing up in the world. That's how you're expressing yourself. Like, this is who I am. And it's all of me. So now it's like, yo, only people who are really resonant to all of you or really resonant to that stuff will be around or will be drawn into your experience. But if you're only showing up as like 2 of 1 million things, like you're going to have to navigate a lot of BS, a lot of people who aren't matches, who thought they were matches because you showed up as, you know, the person who just likes music. You know, I just like music. And it's like, okay, you like music, but you're this, you're that, you like this, you hate this, you know, all these things. It's like, hey, y'all relate on the music. So, and it's like now as you continue to unfold and allow them to see more parts of yourself, and now you're seeing more parts of them, and then now you realize, whoa, we were never compatible to begin with. And it's like, yeah, you would have avoided them completely had you been showing up as all of you. Had you been walking this world as all of you, expressing yourself as all of you, then it's like it'll really repel away people who are not a match to that, because they're like, what? Oh no, I hate that, or oh no, what? And you know, or it's just, yeah, I feel like, yeah, it feels like I'm beating it, but yeah. So just show up as all of you, and the more you can do that, the more you can embody, you know, this vulnerability of really just showing up nakedly, the better. And that's the key to really getting back and attracting in the things that are really, really you. Things that you don't even know are really, really you yet. Because it's like the truth of you is a vibration. It's a frequency. It's an energy. So yeah, the truth of you is not any of this stuff anyway. It's way bigger than that, and it's the energy behind it. So the more you can just show up as yourself and embody the fact that you're limitless, embody the fact that you're multidimensional, and not try to put yourself into boxes or show up as one thing or be, you know, show up really, really in a niche way, but allow yourself to be multidimensional. What you bring in will be you, and it'll weed out a lot of stuff that's not you. I promise. Oh my God. This bottom is going stupid right now. All right, so there was a star at the bottom, right? Then we got judgment in reverse. And this feels like it's already, the decision's already been made. Like, it feels like, you know, you have a choice to make. Are you going to show up or are you not going to show up? But it's already been made. It's playing out right now. Like, we're in the physical. The fact that you're hearing this right now, that's where we're headed. That's what you're in right now. And it's like, the best thing you can do right now is to continue to remain conscious of that, you know, and make conscious decisions and kind of allow it and meet the energy halfway, you know, and not just make it play out and not make it sort out your life and do these things. And while you're also putting resistance on it by acting the opposite, you know, all you have to do is move in that way and allow the flow to happen, because there is a flow there. Just jump on the current and move with it. But yeah, it just feels like it's already done. So don't sit here and get lost in your mind about it. Just show up authentically, period. That's it. And right under that is death. It's like that former version of yourself that only showed up in ways that was best for who they were dealing with, you know, like, oh, if you're with this group of friends, you know, you highlight these parts of yourself. You're with your family, you highlight these parts of yourself. Or you're with this, or you highlight these parts of yourself. Like, the way of operating like that is over with, dead and gone. And 13 might be significant. I'm definitely feeling called to that. And yeah, and it's not even just you. That way of operating in general is over with. And this feels like more than just like a leader or like a king or anything like that. It's just like that ruling way of life, and in general, most people moving that way. Just not just you, but just in society in general is over with. It's like that's not the way forward anymore. It's like, because the truth is we're all multidimensional. None of us are one thing. None of us are two things, three things, four things. We're everything. So it's like the collective energies and us as a whole are tired of being in boxes. Like, so our higher selves, everything is just really resistant to these boxes right now. So if you find yourself like struggling to like really shrink the way you've been able to shrink in the past, that's why. It's like, yo, we're shedding these energies. The planet is shedding these energies. Like inauthenticity, and showing up inauthentically and not embracing the truth of what's going on here is how a lot of these things in the world have got to where they are. And the world's healing right now. Gaia, the planet, which is conscious, is healing. And yeah, understand that these things are going to play out in your life and around you and in the world at large. And the best thing you can do is know that and continue to embrace it and be ahead. Continue to be ahead. And don't make any of these things have to be forceful, because there's no amount of holding on. There's no amount of resistance that's going to make it stay, you know? Like, you're not going to be able to keep operating like that forever. And you're going to just keep getting resistance. You're going to keep feeling unfulfilled. You're going to keep getting signs that you need to show up differently until you do it. And it's like, why make it be all that? Why get beat all black and blue when you can just show up authentically? And that's going to be in your best interest anyway. You want to be you. You're an awesome person. So it's like, why would you even, once you get the freedom and the intel to be like, yo, you know, you could just show up as you. You could just be you, and that's all you need to do to get everything. Why would you not jump on that? Fear is the only reason, but it's like, we're past that now. Like, we didn't get this far to be leaning into fear still. We didn't do all this learning, all this research, all this embodiment, all this, we didn't get all this proof and all that to still be moving in fear, to let fear be the dominant decider in our path and in our choices. Right under that, the Fool. I can't make this up, man. You're always sitting right here with me. It's like, shed all those things, let all that shit go, and realize that once you let it go, like, you didn't need much. You just got you. As long as you had you, you're good. As long as you had you and, something pretty to look at or whatever, little fulfill things that fulfill you truly at a soul level, you can move. It never had to be too much. It's like you're going to take that step off because you know where this goes. You understand that you'll be caught. And that the only thing that keeps you from doing this is fear. And what is fear? When you know the result, when you know where you're going, when you know what's waiting for you, when you know that you're supported. You got the sun back there, man. The sun's the reason that any of us can even live here, bro. And the sun's watching your back, like literally watching you. It's like, dude, you're supported by the very things that support life. You're supported by the very things that created life. You're supported by everything, the universe. You're made of the same things that everything the universe is made of. Your worst fears is made up of the same particles and energy and all that you are. It's all light. It's all love. And it's like, dude, there's nothing to be afraid of. It's all you. It's all you. Vibrating at different vibrations, different frequencies. But at the end of the day, you break it down to its smallest level, its truest level, it's all the same. So, yeah, the call is very, very clear. Just trust yourself. And I feel like you know what's up. The energies are lending itself for you to move forward in what you know. And yeah, it just feels like this week and right now in general in this season that we're in, it's like trust yourself and show up as you. Because that's all you ever needed to do. And that's all you need to do right now. Yeah, I don't know. Tarot feels very, very lively today. It's like I want to switch to Oracle, but they feel like they're not done yet. Got 10 of Wands on the bottom. This feels like a smaller message. It just feels like enjoy the process, I feel like, 10 of Wands, I feel like it's typically read as like, like you're caring too much, put some stuff down and stuff like that. But I don't know. This just feels like enjoy the process, Like he looks like he's about to go build something. For right now, for me, he feels like he's about to go build something that he loves, And this is just the process in doing that. It's like, yeah, he's carrying them heavy ass sticks, but that's the only way he gets to do what he loves, How else is the stick's gonna get to where he needs them to get so he can have fun and he can play and he can build what he wants to build? So it's like it doesn't serve him to hate this part of the process. It doesn't serve him for every time he goes to go do what he wants to do that he's sitting there like, oh my God, I gotta carry this. I wish somebody else could carry these. Or, oh man, these are so heavy, man. I really hate this part. Like, why? Without this part, you can't do what you love. You can't get everything that you see for yourself. So it serves you to love it. It serves you to fall in love with the process. It serves you to fall in love with the challenge. It serves you to embrace it and find ways for it to empower you and for you to be able to squeeze gratitude out of it. And it's like, that's the difference. It's like, if this is what it takes to do what you love, you need to love this part. Because it's what allows you to do what you love, There's a difference. It's just perspective. It's the same process. It's just a matter of how you view it and how you receive it and how you hold space for it. You get to do this. You get to carry this weight. And it leads to you doing exactly what you want to do. Because if you decide that's not what you want to do, you can put that shit down. You don't got to carry it. Nobody's forcing you to carry it. But you're carrying it because it leads to where you want to go. So tighten up, embrace it, and love the process. Find ways to love it. Find ways to inject love into it. And understand that, hey, it's all part of the game. And it's all to get you where you're going. Page of Wands again at the bottom. So remember, this is still a new journey. I don't care if you've been doing it for 10 years. What's unfolding right now is new, even if you've been doing it your whole life. So embrace the newness, embrace the new energy. And as you're, getting acclimated into it, make sure you're enjoying the process. And allow yourself to be new and allow yourself to be a baby. Like, shit, I don't know nothing. Even if you know it all, recommit to it. It may have changed, or there might be something that, that you really remember from the beginning, but it's been 10 years. So, parts of it fell off. And oh dang, yeah, there was that part that, you know, makes this a little better. Or there was that thing I did learn that when I was learning everything that I forgot about, because, you know, I get into my routines and I in my head I just know everything. So I'm not really sitting there as on top of it or as logical about it. It's kind of like I'm going through the motions. So you just allow yourself to be new. And if there's an opportunity to learn something, even if you feel like you already learned it or you already know it, embrace it. What's the worst that can come out of a refresher? You know, like someone's like, oh man, let me teach you this thing, like, and they're excited and they got this energy that you feels like a spark. You know, even if you know it, be like, all right, you know, be open to it. They might come and you feel like you know what you're doing, and then they come with some secret sauce for that ass, and you're like, oh my god, like, what the heck? Like, I never even knew you could do, you know? And it's like, if had you been like, oh no, I already know how to do that, you would have missed out. And it's like, allow yourself to be new. Allow yourself to be a page. You are a king. We know you're a king. It's all right. They don't gotta feel like, you know, you don't have to carry that on your chest. You don't have to be like, oh, what? No, I know what I'm doing. It doesn't serve you. You can learn from anybody and everybody. So it's like, if somebody wants to teach you something and they're excited to, and you feel like, oh, they might have some, hear them out. See what it is. And understand that it might be something just for you that you didn't know and that you didn't know you needed. So just enjoy this unfoldment that's here for you. 0111 on the timer. Oh, 0111 on timer. And it's like, yeah, just enjoy it, because it's all here for you, honestly. It's like, it's to be experienced for you. If someone vibrated in and you feel like that's an indicator right there. So don't automatically dismiss them. It's like, oh, I already know, or I don't need this thing. It's like, it came to you for a reason. You brought it to yourself for a reason. You attracted it right in. So might as well see what it has for you. But switch to Oracle. Let's see what we're talking about over here. No, these energies are nice. Every week feels so different. It's like, even this one, I was like, damn, like, how different can these messages get, you know? Like, now it's been like months of this and just all that, and it's kind of like, I don't know. This week it was just kind of like, I don't know how new and different and now, but of course that was me in my mind and being a human, but that shit always comes back very different, very true, very all that. So I'll be enjoying that part of the process too. Realizing how silly I am and seeing myself like fall into like outdated ass programs and shit. Damn. September cat? Give me a second. What I just heard loud and clear was the fact that they say cats have 9 lives, September being the 9th month. And yeah, it just feels like, don't be afraid to, oh, damn, 2 other cards came out before that. Okay, but don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't feel like one wrong move is the end of everything, you know? Don't put that type of pressure on the things you're doing. Yeah, anything you do, you can bounce back from. And that doesn't mean go do wild, excessive, crazy stuff. I don't feel like I have to tell you that. But understand that between 2 decisions that feel right, like, bro, make one and be excited and be ready to see how it unfolds. And understand that however it unfolds, you take it with you. And if it unfolds in a big win, perfect. It unfolds in a lesson, perfect. Because you're going to keep going and the next thing's going to be a win. And, you know, you just keep going in that process and you continue to be molded by the choices you make. And you also become empowered in making decisions. You become empowered in trusting yourself as you make a decision and the world doesn't end, as things kind of continue to unfold, and you work with the results and continue to make more decisions and make more choices and go this direction or that direction. As you continue to do that, you become empowered, you know? As you don't give your power away to, oh, what should I do? What should I do? And somebody tells you to do something and you just go do what they say. Because now it's kind of like, how do you judge the results of that, you know? Like, if I only did that thing because this person told me I should, okay, it worked. So now what? Do you only do things now when you ask them? Or now when you don't ask them, you just do something, and now you're like, damn, I should have asked them, you know? And now they have your power, and now they're the ones who have this great decision making that now you need to lean on. And it's like, no, get comfortable trusting yourself. And yeah, I feel like that's my gripe with AI and Chat GPT and all that, because I feel like it's a slippery slope. You know, you get that one good help, and now it's like, let me see what Chat GPT says. All right, I know what I want to do, but let me just see what Chat GPT says. You know, and I feel like that it can become a very dangerous thing. So that's why I'm a little resistant to it. But yeah, it's just like, yo, trust yourself, make decisions, and when things come back, you have no choice but to own the results because you made that decision. Nobody told you to do it. You didn't do it just because of somebody else or anything like that. And just the opposite way, like if you listen to somebody and it doesn't work out, and now it's like, damn, I shouldn't have asked them. It's like, that's not their fault it didn't work out. It probably just didn't work out because it wasn't going to work out for you. And it's like, but now you're giving your power away to them, and now it's like, I'm never going to ask them for help again. And now it's like you could have learned, it's like, had you made that decision, you go, okay, that decision just didn't work. Maybe I should try something else, you know? And now you're growing. But now that it's like, oh, I'm never gonna ask them again. There's no growth in that. Like now you're missing the whole reason why it didn't work. Cause it's not nobody else's decision for you is the reason why something didn't work. Like, cause at the end of the day, you made the decision. It wasn't cause you listened to them. It's cause you made that decision. So, yeah, you just miss out on opportunities to reaffirm your ability to make decisions, your ability to make choices and navigate the results and the outcomes of it. So trust yourself and understand that, yeah, you're like a cat. You got 9 lives, endless lives, unlimited lives. So it's like, understand that, make a decision. It's going to work out one way or it's going to work out the other way. And then from there, you continue to refine yourself. And that's just the name of the game. And these were the other ones that came out. It's like tattoo, and it just feels like it's not permanent. Like things can change at any given time. So it's like just because you made this decision, and of course not every decision. Some decisions definitely have permanent results, but a lot of decisions that we treat like that aren't like that. So it's like they're not permanent, bro. Like, and even a tattoo, if you really want it removed, you can remove it. Like if you really, really want it to be gone, you can. There's ways and there's things that are happening, and they say those are permanent. So it's like, yeah, you can continue to move forward, and things will continue to change and continue to unfold. And all you have to do is be aware and be present in it, and really experience it all, and understand that all roads lead somewhere. And as you continue on your journey, as you continue to nurture that connection to, you know, your inner decision maker, your inner guidance and all that, yeah, you'll be able to trust yourself more. You'll be able to navigate your reality with more confidence and more assuredness of your steps and all that. But you don't get there without trusting, without doing it, you know? There's never gonna be a right time to start trusting yourself. You really just gotta start doing it. And then, yeah, you start to build that momentum and that connection and that knowing and understanding of, oh, okay, I can do this. Like, this is enough. Like, trusting myself and making the decisions and moving and doing what feels right and all that is enough. But you don't get there without doing it. And that's the most beautiful part about a lot of these things, just in spirituality, the journey and all that. It's just like, I can tell you everything, exactly what you need to know. And it's all in all simple words, you know. A lot of these things sound really simple, you know. You've been hearing follow your heart since you were a kid. You've been hearing chase your dreams since you were a kid. You've been hearing do unto others as you would want them to do unto you since you were a kid. You know, all these things that are very, very big universal truths and laws and knowings and all that. You've been hearing them forever, but it's like until you had the ears to really grasp it, until you had the mind and the soul and the experience and all that to really, really see how deep all that stuff is, it's just words, you know? And it's like, I lost my whole train of thought. That shit really just... Oh yeah, that's the beauty of it, because like, bro, you can only meet this journey and these experiences to the depths in which you've gone. I can literally sit with somebody and really tell them everything, every universal law I've learned, everything I've gotten proof of, every channel I've ever received, everything. But it's like, if they don't have the right ears, there won't be anything gained from it. It'll just be like, Mark's crazy. And then that's it. And that's the big takeaway from the amount of truth and everything that I spewed to them. And it's like, there's no cutting those corners. It's like, you won't get it until you experience it, until you show up. It's like, there's no amount of learning that will do it. Because it's all to be experienced, you know? Because like we can always say, it's like the energy is the energy. Me expressing it is me expressing it. But the truth is what's behind what I'm expressing that made me even want to express it. So it's like, until you've experienced that, what I'm saying is just words, honestly. So it's like, all you need to do is show up and understand that you won't get the clarity until you do. Because all I'm offering is the fact that these things are out here. But for it to actually impact you and for you to actually get your own proof and for you to actually experience all these things, it takes you. And it takes you having the experience. It takes you making the decisions and trusting yourself. It takes you following your intuition or your heart and seeing what happens and then realizing like, oh, that worked out really well. Or, oh, I felt called to this place and I showed up and wow, that turned into a really divine thing. Or, oh, I experienced miracles here. Wow, or felt really good or whatever. Or, damn, I had a feeling not to go to that place and I didn't go to that place and it turned out something bad happened there. It's like, whoa. But it's like, if you don't ever listen to your intuition, you don't ever trust it, you don't ever feel like it's something to be trusted, you won't get any proof no matter how much I tell you that your intuition doesn't lie. Follow your heart, chase your dreams. Until you do it, or until you're on that process or on that road to doing those things, it's all just words. It's like, chase your dreams. Oh, yeah, for sure. Follow your heart. Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, but it's like, follow your heart. Yes, that's a very big universal truth. Follow your heart, because you have a great GPS within you. And your desires leads you to the things that are for you. So it's like, yeah, just remain open and also answer the calls and make sure you're receiving this stuff is you and your divine feminine energy, you know, holding space for these things and receiving the information and the energy and all that. But it's like, the other half of that is the divine masculine energy, which is moving, which is stepping, which is action, which is, okay, like, making those decisions now. You know, you receive the energetic thumbs up, the okay to trust yourself, right? You know, the divine, God, spirit, me, everything came together to tell you to follow your intuition, to trust your heart, to understand that that's all you need to do right now. And you received it. Feminine energy, boom. Now, what you need to do is make those steps and do it. Follow your intuition. Oh, I got a hit. My heart told me to do something. I remember I said I was going to do that. And then go and do it. Now you're in your divine masculine energy. You're in that other half. And then that's going to unfold and that's going to do its own thing. And you'll get feedback back. You know, you'll get the results from that thing. Like, damn, how did it work out? How did you feel? How is it different than what it typically is when you don't do that? And, you know, and receiving that. And now you're back in your divine feminine energy. You're like, oh, okay, wow. And it's like, oh, I got another one. You know, and it's like this balance of moving and acting and then getting the results and then sitting and like, okay, and recalibrating and refining yourself in your walk, in your journey, and continuing to bring in these things for yourself. And the last card that came out was New House. And that it didn't feel like it was time to talk about this one. I didn't really feel anything about it. But as I said that, it's like, that's what you're building here. A new home within yourself. Understanding that the home that you've been building was always within. And that being able to trust yourself and to be able to understand that as long as you have you, as long as you have your vessel, as long as you have your connection to everything, that literally you can lose everything and get it all back. You can create all type of things for yourself as long as you have that connection to yourself and to it all, and you're able to trust it. There's no losing. You can get everything, lose it, get it back, and because it's all a product of you anyway. So it's like you're not at the mercy of any of this stuff. So it's like, yeah, trust yourself and understand that that only comes through trusting yourself. Like, you become by being. There's no, I can tell you everything. Anybody can tell you everything. You can go to another read, they can tell you everything too. But until you start moving in it, until you start doing the action and stepping into that divine masculine energy as well, and balancing the two and letting it be a dance with 6, 7. Oh Lord, forgive me. But yes, until you're doing both and you're doing this dance with the energies and the universe and with yourself, that you won't be able to really experience this new home that you're cultivating for yourself, and this new home that your reality will become, because it really is all for you, and it is all to be experienced, all to be all to be loved. That sounds weird, but that's what's coming through. It's like it's all to be loved, you know? There's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to be hesitant about. When you're moving your full knowing, your full God energy, and you're balanced, like there's nothing to be afraid of. Because one, you're divinely protected. Like when you're moving like that and you fully, because when you're moving like that, you understand that you are divinely protected, that you're not at the mercy of anything. Like you have free will, and nobody's free will imposes on your free will unless you consent to it. And a lot of people are consenting to it unconsciously, you know, because it's a part of the programming package that we all get pumped with on a day-to-day basis, especially if you're not aware to kind of have your discernment kind of filter out stuff. It's like, yeah, they tell you you're at the mercy of all these things. So it's like, if you've internalized that for sure, then that's your experience. But it's like, nobody's free will is greater than yours. Their free will stops as soon as at the point where it imposes on yours. So it's like they can want to do whatever they want to do to you, but if you understand that they can't do that without your consent, that you don't have to worry about any of that, that's not possible. But if you're walking around with the belief like, oh, anybody can do anything at any point, this could happen, that could happen, oh, life's random, oh, like people want to do bad things. You know, if you're living like that, then that's an agreement, you know? I want to do bad things to you. You believe that bad things can happen at any time. Boom. There's resonance. But if you know, like, no, they can't do anything to me. I can't. Nothing can happen to me. I'm straight. Like, I have free will. There's no resonance here. They're going to have to go take that shit somewhere else. And that's the truth. That's the truth of what we're dealing with here. And it's like, as you understand yourself and as you allow yourself to trust these knowings and practice them and get your own proof back, like I said, I'm not just telling you to believe anything I'm saying. I'm just telling you to be open to it and understand that the only way to even understand any of this stuff is to try it yourself anyway. So it's like, there's nothing I could even tell you to make you just believe it. Like, I could give you all my proof in the world, but if you're not ready for it, you could find all type of reasons to make it not the truth, you know? You could believe I'm just making shit up. You could be like, oh, I'm different than you, or I haven't been through what you've been through. You know, you can do all of those dances, which we naturally do when we hear things we're not prepared to hear anyway, in order to allow us to continue to operate in our reality in a way that's safe for us, you know? Because new information is scary. New information, or finding out that your whole way of operating is scary. So your being and everything inside you is going to be like, that's not true. That's an easy way to just kind of diffuse the energy and stay the same. Because changing is scary. And imagine the tower moment it takes to accept that. Like, damn, everything has been a lie. Like, I'm way more powerful than I've been living my life as, you know? And it brings you to the mirror, and it'll really crumble you if you're not strong enough. So it's easy to just be like, that's not true. Or, oh, he's crazy. Or, oh, this and that. So it's like, yeah, so all you need to do is act small at first, if that's what it takes, you know? If you know, like, oh, I feel like eating this for breakfast, try it. I feel like eating dinner for breakfast today. Like, try it. Maybe there's a reason. It's like, see how it goes. Don't not try it because you're not supposed to do that. The hell? What is that about? So, yeah. New house, within and without. You are, your vessel is your home, and it's new. And it will become more and more and more new as you continue to trust yourself and to maneuver your life and your reality and allow yourself to get the proof back, which will make you feel empowered, which will make you feel connected, which will make you feel supported, loved, and all the things you're trying to feel. It's like, but all you have to trust yourself, because remember, oneness, it's all connected. It's like, if you don't trust yourself, you don't trust the universe. You don't trust the world. You don't trust anything, because there's no separation. Because if you trust yourself, why would you not trust the world? Sources and all that is running through all of it. It's running through you. And if you trust God, you trust the universe, why would you not trust yourself when you're just an embodiment of that? There's no separation. So pay attention to that stuff and make sure the way you feel about yourself matches the way you feel about all this stuff. And if there is a separation there, that's an illusion and you need to look at it and address it. But yeah, definitely. Oh. And on the bottom, go. That's it. Like, it's like you have everything you need. It's like, as much as I'm saying, it feels like it's not new or not entirely new. Like, it feels like there's part of you already knows that. Maybe you haven't fully accepted it or don't fully move in that knowing all the time. You know, sometimes things stay as knowledge for a long time before they become wisdom, you know. You can have a logical understanding for these things, and then, you know, it doesn't become the wisdom, because the wisdom comes through the experience. Like, oh, and there was a quote I saw on social media the other day, and it said, I don't know who it's from, like, sorry, but it said, knowledge is knowing that a tomato is a fruit, but wisdom is knowing not to put a tomato in a fruit salad. And that's the truth. That's literally the difference between knowledge and wisdom. It's like knowing things is knowing things, but wisdom comes through living, through experience. And it's like you could see on some paper that tomatoes are fruit, and you remember that, like, you know, tomatoes are fruit. Oh, tomatoes are fruit. Like, that's knowledge for sure. But now when you're going to make a fruit salad, you're like, oh, I'm just put tomato in here because it's a fruit. It's like you don't have the wisdom because you haven't actually experienced a tomato, clearly. Or you haven't experienced a fruit salad, clearly. Like, there's experience missing, because anybody who's experienced a fruit salad knows you're not putting a fucking tomato in a fruit salad. Like, that don't go together at all, for real. So, yeah, it's just like, that's the difference. Things can stay as knowledge for a long, long time, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like, it only becomes wisdom, and you only really get it through experience and living and choosing and practicing it and allowing it to play out. But that takes trust, you know, because you don't know how it's going to show up. It's going to end up. I'm telling you it's going to work. Other people have told you it's going to work. Other readings and other things you've read and learned and research have told you it's going to work. But until you try it for yourself and risk it not working, you won't know. So, hey, the choice is yours, though. You definitely have all that you need. Yeah, I'm seeing go again at the top. Go. Green light. That's your green light from the universe. Move forward. Yeah, we got 1984 on the split. Yeah, and this just feels like, understand that mainstream media, the news, anything that has a hold on the attention of the majority, they're not going to be telling you these things. They're not going to be telling you a bunch of stuff that empowers you. They're not going to be telling you how much you don't need them, how much you don't need to be afraid of the things they're trying to make you afraid of, and all that. So understand that if you're waiting for the green light to come from, like, I don't know, CNN to come tell you that the oneness is the truth, or that you are God, or any of that stuff, you'll be waiting forever. And that just is what it feels like right now. It's just like this 1984 feels like, remember that everybody in their power crumbles this whole thing. So if you're waiting for this information to come from them, or to come in a way that's like, hello everybody, we've got breaking news and we want to tell the truth. And you know, if you're waiting for that to happen before you start to move in these things, hey, maybe another life, maybe whatever, but yeah, understand that the proof is you. You are the proof, and you are living proof. And if you allow yourself to be, there won't be any questions. All you have to do is move and do these things, and you have everything. Just follow the blueprint that's in your heart. Like, literally do what you feel called to do, and understand that it all comes behind that. And these cards are just falling all over the place, so I'm trying to kind of, but see you later on the bottom. It's like, once you figure that out and you get clear on that, it's over with. You're in a whole nother place. You're out of here. Damn, got ways that fell out and a bunch of other cards, but oh, tattoo on the bottom. And this just feels like don't waste time on things that won't matter. Like, damn, as I went to say that, I heard the quote, like, if it won't matter in 5 years, don't spend 5 minutes on it. Don't spend 5 minutes worried about it, like, or stressing it. And that's what it just feels like. Like, if it's not something that's, has implications or something that's really going to be make or break for something 5 years from now, then don't stress it. Make a decision and move. And that's just what it feels like. That's what the call continues to be. Like, don't try to get all ducks in a row with everything. Like, a lot of these things, you only have your set amount of energy, your set amount of hours in a day, like all those things to actualize everything that you have for yourself. And especially if you're somebody with a highly charged energy, or you're somebody who's very, very connected, and your knowledge of self is very, very high. Understand that you're going to get pulls on your energy all the time. Because people, even that, if it's not conscious, they feel that. So it's like, they feel that you're the person to get things done. They feel like you're the person who can see things. They feel like you're the visionary. They feel like you have something to offer them. They feel that. So it's like, there are always going to be things that people want from you because your energy is potent. And your energy has the ability to create worlds and to change lives and to change systems, to burn down systems, to rebuild better systems, all these things. And it's like, of course, people are going to naturally come ask you to do this, or, oh, what do you think about this? Or, oh, do you have time to get on the phone? Like, can we talk? And, and it's like, if you sit there and really entertain it all and say yes to it all and hold space for it all, there will be no time to actually do what you're here to do. Because those requests are endless. Every single day you will be getting requests. People are going to be calling you. People are going to be hitting you up wanting to talk. Or there's going to be messages you could be replying to. There's going to be comments on posts you could be replying to. There's going to be this and that and everything. But it's like, you have to have a clear vision. You have to know where you're going. You have to know what's needed of you and hold space for that. And whatever else is you have to give outside of that, great, do it. But you can't actualize your life around everybody and everything. It has to be at the forefront. Like, you can't just work on this when nobody else needs you, or you can't just go to this thing when, nobody else needs you to be anywhere else, or, you can't actualize your dreams around everything else. You can't actualize your life around everything else. Like, it has to be at the forefront, because think about it. What's the energy that you're putting into it at that point? It's that this thing only matters once everybody else is good and taken care of. And it's like, is that the truth of the things you're doing for yourself? Is that the truth of what the life you're creating? That it only matters after everybody else is good, after everybody else is satisfied? And after they get all your energy, then it's like, whatever you have left, then okay, that's what it's worth? Not at all. And I don't think anybody would consciously say that. But understand that that's the message you're putting out there when that's how you move. When you want to work on this thing today, but somebody's like, oh, hey, can you do this? I really, really need this. And you're like, damn. Like, okay. And then you go do that thing, and it's like, okay, so right there, that was more important. So, okay, maybe it's not that deep. That's cool. But then when tomorrow comes, it's the next thing, or you're going to do this, but then now, I don't know, your boyfriend wants to get on FaceTime all day, and now it's like, damn, I was supposed to work on this since yesterday, but all right, it's just a FaceTime. Let me just, and now you boom, and then now you don't work on today, and then the next day it's like, and it's a slippery slope, because like, where do you stop at? Especially when you've already set precedents, like, damn, that was worth doing. You're like, damn, I could do that too, And it's like, if you don't prioritize it, you're sending out the message that what you want and what you see for yourself is not most important. It's not second most important, not third most important, fourth most important. It's literally at the bottom behind what everybody else wants from you. And then that's where your dream and the things that you say are so important are. And then you're looking around for results. It's like, you got the results. You got the results that match that. The way you treat it, the way how it's not that important, your results came back. And it's like, change it. Be relentless in actualizing the things you see for yourself. Put those at the forefront, always. And it's like, the people who truly want what's best for you, and the people who are truly even worth the energy that you're just giving out so freely, we'll accept that. We'll be like, oh no, yeah, do your thing, and then yeah, whatever. If you can, like, yeah, come do my thing, or we can do this thing, or they won't sit there and be like, what? What do you mean? Like, why can't if they're doing that, that's an indicator. That's information. Like, okay, they gotta go. There's no room for them here. Because how are you in my life trying to become the priority? Like, how are you trying to be the center of my universe? Like, that's strange. And it's like, I don't know. So it's like, yeah, be relentless in that and understand that it's not gonna mess up things that are meant for you. So I promise you, you're gonna be surprised when you're like, oh no, I can't do that. And the person you thought would have been upset or sad or whatever was gonna be like, no, I'm like, yeah, do your thing. I didn't know. Like, oh, my bad. Like, yeah, go ahead. And it's like, oh, okay. And then you're gonna feel empowered to continue to do that. And you're gonna realize like, oh, that's the standard. Like, that's how things should be. Like, they should be encouraging me to do my own things because that's in my best interest, which allows my cup to be full, which allows me to have what I need to do to even be able to help anybody else, to even be able to be full enough to show up how they want me to show up. Because like they should want you at your best, and you're not gonna be at your best if you're not expressing yourself how you need to, if you're not showing up authentically, if you're only giving of yourself. Whose best is that? It's nobody's best. So it's like if somebody needs you to operate like that and show up like that for things to be peaceful, for you to be in their life, like that's an indicator that there's something very, very wrong. And you need to look in the mirror, you need to look at that relationship or that dynamic and change something. So yeah. And I feel like that came a long way from the waist and tattoo part, but certainly channeled, certainly very important. Energy feels kind of intense. Like I feel it inside my body. Damn, and then waist just came out again, but with prison. And tattoo still on the bottom, bro. And meditate. Hold on. Feeling called to get a tarot card. Justice came out. We got 10 of Wands on the bottom again. Sunday. Prison, tattoo, waist, meditate. Yeah. I mean, just don't get stuck. Like, really, really don't get stuck in those type of dynamics. Like, it definitely just feels like still a continuation of the previous message. Yeah, because those cycles don't end. Like, they just continue to play out if you're showing up like that in dynamics. And it feels like a slippery slope. Like it's hard to even catch it when you're in it. This feels like somebody specific. Yeah, it feels like that message was for them, but they didn't really take it as it being for them because, like I said, it's a slippery thing if you're not conscious of it. This energy feels weird. It feels very slippery and very different than how clear everything else was before that. I don't know. The scales feel very, very significant though. And then 11. I'm really not getting anything. But I'm gonna trust that too. Page of Cups just flew out. Second page as well. Yeah, trust what you're feeling. feels really quiet inside too. So it's like, you can trust that. Like, if you're feeling nothing, or it's just a stillness, trust that as well. Don't feel like there's something wrong. Don't feel like I lost, you lost your connection to it all. Don't feel like, you have to do something to get it back, or like anything like that. Understand that silence is communication as well. Silence is information as well. And also feel like, don't feel the need to fill all the silences all the time, Like, if you're somebody who, when it gets too quiet, like, damn, and now you go play some music, or now you go turn the TV on, or, just something to fill it, so it's just not stone cold quiet. Do that a little less. If you can stop doing that completely, yeah, but, say no sometimes. Like, when it comes to let me be like, nah, I'm just kind of sitting this a little longer. Or it's, it doesn't have to be period, but a little longer. And maybe just a couple minutes, and you're like, all right, this is unbearable. And then maybe, it's baby steps. It's a journey. But, yeah, just kind of embrace that and be a little conscious of that. Be like, let me inject a little more silence into my experience. But, yeah, and understand that it's an exchange. You got 6 of Cups in the, on the split. It's like, in that silence, there's so much being communicated, from yourself to yourself, from the divine to you. All type of stuff, because like I'm seeing, like, in the spaces, in the darkness, like the silence being darkness versus like talking being light. It's like, in the darkness, it's like where all the possibilities are, when you're not in the middle of a thought, you're not in the middle of expressing, you're not in the middle of communication. It's like, you're just being, you're just there. It's like, in those moments, you return back to source. You're not you, you're not this person, you're not that, you're not anything. You're just pure awareness, pure consciousness, pure existence. And in that, you're infinite, super, super infinite. And you're no different than the stars in the sky. You're no different than everything. That's when you're most connected, is when you're really just here. You're present. You're not in your mind. You're not in some other dimension. You're not in the future. You're not in the past. You're not anything but present. Just, I am. And in those moments, that's what silence is, And the more you can exist in it without getting lost in your mind, or feeling uncomfortable, or trying to feel it, like, that is the truest embodiment of you, And underneath that, on the split, is strength. And even now, right now, his roar feels silent. Like, I feel like typically when I see this card, it feels like, he's roaring. Right now, it feels like there's no sound. Like, he's just, I don't know. Even this silence right now feels very loud. Yeah, change your relationship with silence, man. Understand that you're infinite. And in those spaces and in that darkness is a lot of your power. And under that, Page of Wands again came out a few times today. It's like, all these are opportunities to move different, to act differently, to embrace things differently, and understand that nothing's wrong. And understand that discomfort is not always an indicator of something wrong. So if silence makes you uncomfortable, that doesn't mean that you need to feel it, or you need to change it, or like, you can't be in silence because it makes you uncomfortable. Because understand that the silence makes you uncomfortable because you're never in the silence. Because at some point along the way, you stop being in the silence, At some point along the way, you learn to fill it with things. Talking, music, TV. So it's like, you're not uncomfortable. You weren't born uncomfortable in silence. You sat there and spent 9 months in a dark belly, just growing. Like, you're very acclimated with darkness, silence, all those things. So understand that, yeah, just because you're uncomfortable doesn't mean that there's something wrong. It's like, if you feel uncomfortable, that's an indicator that you need to work on that, because in the silence is a lot of your power. And the silence is where a lot of possibilities lie. It's where you can get downloads. It's where you can think. It's where you can see yourself and you can break patterns and cycles. Imagine if you're never inside, you're just moving, thoughts. You never slow down. So a lot of things you're not even gonna be doing consciously. You're not even gonna be, you're just moving because there's a lot of things going on. And so that's a lot of the reason why they have us so distracted and so
this way and that way, pulling our attention all the time, and TikTok and cooks videos, and now you're doom scrolling, and it's never quiet. It's like as soon as you kind of you're back on your phone scrolling, you put it down, you're a little bit, as soon as you start to you're back on. It's like in operating like that, there's no room to break programming. There's no room to break patterns and choose differently, you know, because that happens from the silence, you know. In the silence, you're like, your mind gets to going, and now your thought. And I feel like that's a lot of reason why people avoid the silence, because the first thing that happens is the thoughts start coming. It's like, boom, you know, you should be doing this. You know, you could be doing this. Did you do this? What's going on with that? Remember that thing from 5th grade? Like, you know, it really be like that. So it's like, oh, let me go listen to some music. Let me go turn on the TV. But it's like, all that stuff, beyond all that stuff, is everything else, you know? If you continue, those things are coming up because they probably are living in your body. They're probably results of programming. They're probably suppressed emotions. All those things is what comes up in those silences. And they come up to be processed and released a lot of the times. So it's like, you don't, if you're like, oh, and you just push them back down and like listen to some music, and then it gets quiet, and it's like, oh, this fear, that thing. You're like, oh, let me watch some TV. Like, it's just gonna keep going. It's this pattern that is a prison. Like, remember the cards that came out, I didn't have anything to play. Oh, wow, it's still sitting on top. I didn't know that. But it becomes a prison. It becomes this thing that you're stuck in, because it's like, you suppress the feelings, and then you just feel the silence. And then you suppress it, you feel the silence. And then nothing changes, because like, you need to get those things out of you. And because beyond those things that are sitting there trying to come up to the surface, as you make space, that's when everything else can come in that same silence. Because now it's like, it's not filled with all these things. Especially if you're someone who picked up like mindfulness practices, like meditation and things like that, that'll also help cultivate your mind as far as just allowing it to be smoother and not, you know, just, you know, it might just be passing thought, passing desire, you know, rather than just all over the place. But as you kind of cultivate your mind and get comfortable in silences, as you kind of get through that process, now things can come in clearly, and you can see them, and you have an awareness for them. And that only comes through silence and space. Like, there's no space. You're just always moving, always thinking, always talking. It's like, how would you even see how would you get a download in the middle of all these things of paying attention? You just can't. So it's like, be comfortable with silence, build a relationship with silence. And if silence is something that really has no space in your world right now, start little. You know, when you notice it's silent and you go to fill it, give it an extra 2 minutes. Give it an extra 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Shit. Commit to it, you know? Be like, no, I'm just going to stay silent through this whole thing. It's like, you can practice in little ways and big ways, you know? If you're just driving up to the store and it's like 5 minutes away, try it with no music. Just sitting there a bit. Natural sounds, outside sound, which is not even quiet. It'd be loud as hell out there. But, yeah. So, just inject more silence and understand that silence is a space where all the possibilities live, where the light is really cultivated and created, you know? The darkness is not an opposite of the light. It's a spectrum. So, embrace it as such. And, yeah, I feel like that's what all the cards are getting at, for sure. Yeah, because when I go back to look at them, it was definitely meditate, prison, waste, based on last conversation, the last one, tattoo, and then we had justice, which felt like balance and restoring balance. And then we also had 10 of Wands, where he was carrying his hands were full. And it's like, how can you get new downloads if your mind's full, if all these things? So that was a dope experience, honestly. Because I honestly felt nuts. And I've never felt, I don't know. I think since I've started, even in the beginning where I was all in my head and like not trusting myself completely, I feel like I was still getting something. There was never, oh damn, I picked up all the cards and stopped asking what's on the bottom. So it feels like it's time to wrap up. But yeah, even back then, I don't think there was ever a time where I was just quiet, where it was just like nothing. Like, I'm sitting here waiting, and it's like just nothingness. And I'm like, what the hell? And that's when I pulled clarifiers and tried. It's like nothing. It's like, damn. And until I accepted like, I don't have nothing for y'all, and made peace with it, because, you know, there was some surrender that, you know, I had to admit that I don't have anything, which is a big thing as I'm sitting here doing Monday Magic. I'm sitting here as a energy reader telling you that I don't have anything, like I'm not getting a read. Like, I don't know, that's a scary thing. So it's like I had to surrender to that and, you know, just own it and be like, yo, show up authentically and be like, yeah, I don't have anything, y'all. I'm trusting it and move on. And as soon as I did that, it all came through. It's like, that's what it takes a lot of the time, you know? And all you have to do is show up authentically. You don't have to be anything that you're not. And through that is where all the magic can continue to come in, and it will. So I'm super, super grateful for that. I feel like that was probably my favorite message of all the messages so far. So yeah, life is dope. And yeah, y'all got to see me get some proof, and yeah, that was very profound. I'm definitely keeping that with me and taking that with me. And hey, Dream, I definitely saw you earlier. I was rolling when I saw it though. And hey, Pink Heaven 333. Yeah, we can do that now. We can transition to some questions. Yeah, I got you. I'm gonna pull one more tarot card to close out the energy as far as the collective reading. And then, yeah, each of y'all can ask one question if y'all want. And then, yeah, call it a day. The star. It's like, yeah, this is wish fulfillment. You keep these things in mind, you move as you need to move, and my bad, I got distracted by the fact that I wasn't covering her. I felt like I was leaving her out to dry. But yeah, everything, it's all here for y'all, man. It's like, you keep these things in mind and you know who you are and keep it moving. It's all there. Stay in the flow. Understand that there's no wrong way to go. There's no messing it up. There's nothing to be afraid of. Like, if you take away anything from this, understand that everything's okay and everything is conspiring for you to have everything that you see for yourself and everything that's for you, and that you're seeing it and it's for you because it's for you. Like, understand that your desires are not against the universe. Like, you're not wanting these things against what's best for the world. Like, the universe is not conspiring to keep you away from these things. Like, you are you for a reason. You see the things you see for a reason. You have your desires for a reason, and it's your job to actualize them. It's your responsibility and your burden that you came here with to actualize those things. So understand that your wish being fulfilled is what you're here for. It's not something you achieve while you're here. It's not something that, oh, some people get to experience and some people don't. It's what we're all here to do. That's your blueprint. That's what you were given to know what to do, how to recognize different opportunities and ways to move in the world, because you have that blueprint within you. And it continues to surface and kind of ping off things and kind of push you in this direction, that direction, because that's what's for you. So don't feel like this is a bonus, you know, like your wishes and chasing your dreams and all that is a bonus that some people get to experience. And yo, my cat's over here eating some BS. Hey, move. You have a full bowl of food over there. Come on. But yeah, so understand that that's what you're here to do. So don't feel like it's a luxury to be able to chase your dreams, or it's a luxury to be able to go after your visions, because that's what society and everything will make you feel like, you know, like some people get to and other people don't get to because, you know, they didn't have they weren't dealt the right hand, or their circumstances are different, or their family life is different. It's like, bro, at the end of the day, you're seeing the things you see for a reason. And if it wasn't meant for you, you'd be seeing different things, because not everybody sees what you see. So what makes you see it and this person not see it? And there's people you grow up with in the same house, under the same circumstances, that have completely different visions. And it's like, What's the difference? What made your visions, their visions? Who you are. And you're here to be you. You're not here to be everybody else, or else we would all see the same things. There would be natural flow in that direction, you know? Of us all just being the same. That would be the natural flow of things, you know? Everything's the same. We all have the same ideas. We all are made happy by the same things, sad by the same things, and all that. But the fact that everybody's so different, why would the point be for us all to be the same? That makes absolutely no sense. In a world where there's so much flow, you know, you look at nature and everything operates as it does. No one has to learn how to do any of that stuff. A lot of the stuff that animals do is instinctual. It gets passed down through DNA and all that. So it's like, if we were all supposed to be the same, if we were all supposed to exist in this world the same way, why would we all be so different? Why would we all have so many different things on our heart? Why would we have so many different visions if we were all supposed to be the exact same and do the exact same thing and follow the status quo and do all that? We wouldn't. It wouldn't match. Something would have to be different. Either we'd have to all be the same, or we'd all have to be different. It's like, that's the truth. So, yeah. But that being said, that's Monday Magic. That's the collective reading. I'm not sure why you can't hear me. I think everybody's been able to hear me. I would hope, because nobody has said that in the chat yet. Hey, Asher. Can I show the cat? Leo! Oh, they said stop at? No, I'm playing. Hold on. He was in the other room minding his business. Leo, look at the people. Look. No? Haley said hi. Yeah, he does not care. Alright, you gonna go? You gonna stay here? Yeah, he's out. Oh, he's still sitting here. Oh, he's gone. But, yeah, he was not here for that. Damn near running. I had to chase him and then ask him for permission. He was definitely running. And then I was like, all right, let me just, hey, and then he kind of, and then he came. But hey, no force, flow. Gotta allow. That's the name of the game right now. But that being said, can you hear me now, Pink Heaven? And yeah, that's definitely camera shot. Thank you, Asher. Definitely, yeah, he's a cool ass cat, honestly. Very chill, very well behaved. I don't know why he was eating random stuff though, he don't do that. So, definitely check his bowl. Well, do y'all have a question? I'm ready to answer questions now. Pink Heaven done bailed on me. I'm shaking the whole damn table. He definitely felt like y'all would fuck with the vibes. You know, we're supposed to be in day vibes, but we won't talk about it. Damn, Page of Cups again. Ace of Cups on the bottom. Y'all all over there, all in y'all feelings? Y'all feeling new things? New lust for life, I hope.
questions. I'm about to call it a day. It's crazy because as I keep shuffling, keep looking, I wish I had just kept showing y'all each time, but I didn't plan on it. But yeah, as I keep shuffling, keep looking, it's like I just keep getting highlights of the reading. Like literally cards that have come out just keep coming out. Like every time I look on a split or at the bottom, it's like cards that were in the reading. And that's really dope. Really can't make this stuff up, yo. It's just definitely beautiful. But that being said, pull one oracle and then call it. Yeah. So it's like a bigger one than I was anticipating. Oh my God. Okay. So religion is what came out. And this honestly just feels like ask questions. It feels like ask questions. I was gonna say be wary, but don't be wary. Just ask questions of everything, you know? Like don't just accept anything as just truth. And that doesn't mean like be hella distrusting, but it's like just ask questions, you know? It doesn't hurt to inquire further about something, whether to yourself or just to the person telling you something or anything. Just ask a couple questions. Like if somebody's like, oh, this is this is that, this is the reality of this is okay. Ask a question like why or how or something like that or anything, because it's hard to kind of give examples without creating a question. But yeah, just ask more questions and don't just accept everything as truth. And understand that for the most part, a lot of this stuff was created by people, you know, created by man, another person that was here just like you. So you have to zoom out and think about why and think about what they could have been trying to achieve or what their motivations were or all of that stuff that goes into whatever this what is. Underneath every what, everything, every place, person, there's a why, you know? Behind every action, there's a why. I can tell you that somebody punched a hole in the wall, but without knowing why, you don't really know anything. You just know they punched a hole in the wall. And you might be able to project all type of stuff onto that. Like, oh man, they were so mad. Or oh man, they really were pissed off. Oh man, they were really, you know, you could put all that stuff on it, but I didn't tell you that. I just told you they punched a hole in the wall. And you can leave with that and feel like you have the understanding what happened, but it's like, if you didn't ask why, you're missing out on the truth. And in this situation, that's the space. That's the space between, that's the silence right there, the why. Because you know what's happening, but you don't understand what's underneath. And just by asking questions, you can get more information that's much more valuable. Because if you ask why, they might tell you like, oh, we're about to demolish the wall anyway. He just wanted to see if he could do it, you know, like, and it's like, oh, that's it. It was just play. And it's like, but in your head, if without the question, now it's like, damn, he punched a hole in the wall. He's so mad. He was so emotional and upset. Like, damn, I hope he's okay. And now, you know, now you're in that energy, but it's like, had you asked why and heard that, oh no, we're about to demolish the whole wall, and he just wanted to see if he could punch a hole in it. It's like, damn, that's dope. And he was able to, and it's like, dang, that's crazy, you know? And it's a whole different energy. It's a whole different experience. It's a whole different everything. But it's like, you don't get there without the why. So it's like, ask more questions. Get to the truth of things. Get to the underlying energy of these things, you know? Because that's the reality of what's happening. Just like when we talk about the words and how the words are words, but what they're trying to express, the energy, is the truth. That's what we're actually working with. The energy, not the words. Like I could say blip blop bloop blip blip blap bloop blop, and that might mean something to somebody, or you might be able to feel like, oh my God, like yes, that's profound. But it's like that didn't mean anything, you know? And it's like that's the power of what we're working with. It's like this is only profound to you because you understand English, you know? Somebody who doesn't understand English might just be like,
But it's like these words definitely carry power, bro. And it's like that's the reality of the thing. So it's like if you don't get to the energy underneath, that's actually what you're working with, you could be misguided in all type of ways. Because I could have told you punched a hole in the wall to make you believe that he was angry. Oh yeah, I don't know. He punched a hole in the wall, and you're like, damn, like, you know. But it's like I purposely didn't tell you why he punched a hole in the wall, because then you would have been like, oh wow, he's a funny person. He's a curious person. He's an adventurous person. But it's like I wanted you to think he was angry, so I just said, yeah, he punched that hole in the wall. You see, yeah, he punched that hole there, and you just like. And now you have this preconceived notion about dude, and now you're staying away from him because you know he's a loose screw. He might punch me. He might punch a hole in me. And it's like, all you had to do is ask a couple questions. Because that question, they would have had to tell you the truth. Maybe they would have lied. Like, you know, but it would have had to be something other than you just going with whatever the hell they wanted you to go with because you just went with it. So, yeah. And I said, oh my goodness, when this came out, because on the bottom was third eye. It's like, yes, trust your inner guidance, ask questions, and understand that you have everything in you to be able to discern truth from fiction. And yeah, so cultivate your relationship with your third eye and that inner vision. And I said, oh my goodness, because under that was someone's line. It's like, that's a religion, third eye, someone's line. That's a very particular story. And it's not a story I'm painting. It's there. And it's like, yeah, destiny, royalty, like, yeah, bro. It's all you. Don't be believing things that make you feel disempowered, you know? And not just religion, you know? Like, religion has been used to control people. And without the trained heart, ears, soul, and all that to navigate religion, like, you can definitely find yourself very blocked and very disempowered. And it's like, ask more questions, but not even just that. And it's like, yeah, someone's lying, bro. You have to question these people's motivations and a lot of these things that people are just putting on your plate and telling you is just truth. And it's like, on the other side of that is your destiny. You're destined for way more than what a lot of things will tell you. If you knew the true depth of you and the true magnitude of who you are, what you come from, what you're a part of, I promise you'd show up so much differently. If you knew you were royalty, you'd show up so much differently. And not just like royalty on earth, like divine, cosmic royalty, like different dimensions, different galaxies, all of that. Like, you come from so much. It's like, yo, raise your frequency. It's like, as you raise your frequency, you know the truth of you. Raise your frequency, mind your vibration, bro. Fast. It's like, yo, this is crazy, bro. Raise your frequency, mind your vibration. Like, really cultivate that energy within yourself, and raise your frequency as in understand who you are, understand what the truth of you is. Your vibration changes, you know, from moment to moment, but your frequency is bigger than that. Your frequency encompasses all that you know to be real, all that you know to be true, how you understand the world to operate, the things that don't change on a moment-to-moment basis, you know? Like, just because you're sad right now, you're not all of a sudden, now you completely don't believe in oneness, now all of a sudden you don't believe in God, all of a sudden you don't believe, you know? There's things that won't change no matter how you feel, you know? It's like, damn, I am sad right now, but when I get out of this, you know, I know I have to get my vibration back in order and all these things, you know? So your frequency stays strong. And your frequency raises and grows as your understanding of yourself and your connection to it all grows. So raise your frequency, but also mind your vibration from moment to moment. And that doesn't mean force yourself to always be in high vibes, but it's just understand where you are so you can navigate the world in a good way. If you're in a low ass vibratory state, it's probably not in your best interest to just be out in the world and doing a bunch of stuff, and you know, because you're in resonance to a lot of low things, and who knows what you'll come in contact with. Which doesn't mean be afraid or anything like that, but you might have to navigate a couple things, you know. So yeah, it's just mind your vibration, understand how you're vibrating at any given moment, and then raise your frequency so you can also see through the illusions, you know. And remember that you are royalty and that all of this is destined for you. And that a lot of the things that are being put on your plate and a lot of the things you're being told is truth are just simply not truth. And as you mind your vibration and raise your frequency, you'll be able to see through it more and more. And it's just, and the fast feels like, be mindful of your mental diet as well as your physical diet. What are you consuming? And not just food, at every level. What are you putting in your mind? What are you observing? What are you paying attention to? Whose thoughts are you allowing to live in your inner world? And it's like, if you can't differentiate your energy from other people's energy, your energy from the world around you, your fears from the fears put on you by other people, like, you need to fast. You need to spend some time alone. You need to spend some time off of social media. You need to spend some time, shit, you can physically fast. You know, I finished the fast last week. I think it was last week. Yeah, and it's like, whatever you need to do, but it's like, when you've been just consuming for so long, it's hard to differentiate what's you from the results of what you're consuming, you know? Because if I just eat 4 times a day every single day, and I've been doing that forever, I might have gotten used to feeling sluggish. I might have gotten used to having low energy or feeling like heavy, you know? So it's like, I don't even remember a time where I didn't feel this way. So it's easy to feel like, oh, this is just me, you know? I typically, you know, I feel a little slow all the time, but that's just me, you know? And it's like, but if you were to fast and, you know, spend some time a little bit, a few days or whatever, away from it, from food, for this example, and then come back to it, or even before you come back to it, in that space, you'll start to feel different. You'll start to see like, oh, okay, oh, dang, okay, my knees feel good, or oh, that inflammation that is always right here is not there. And then you realize like, damn, the only thing I changed was I haven't eaten. It's like, the food was doing that, you know? And it's like, you're able to see where you start and stop, and where these things that you're interacting with and coming across, where they start and stop. But when you're all tangled up, you're just all mixed together, and it's been mixed together for hella long, you don't know what's what. You don't know that fear that you've been afraid of isn't even yours. It's your parents, or it's this person that you've been involved with. And it's like, damn, I spent some time away from them and I haven't thought about that one time. It's like, I'm not actually afraid of that. And it's like, yes, you need to fast. And it's like, you need to spend some time with yourself. You need to spend some time consuming as little as possible. For a little bit. It doesn't have to be hella long. And it doesn't have to be in one stretch. It can be in pieces, you know, like a couple hours in a day, you know, like from this time to this time, my phone's off, I'm not eating no food, I'm not, you know, I'm not doing anything. I'm just locking in with myself. I'm immersed in my own energies. And then you can see what's you and what's not you. And yeah, and that's what this feels like. And then under that, another card that was under that was shrooms. It's like, yo, enjoy the trip. After all this, through all this, it is a journey. Understand that it's a trip. Like, you don't just turn it all on and then boom, now your life's different. It's like there's an unfoldment. And enjoy that, because that's everything. You get the proof. Getting the proof on the journey is so rewarding, and it's so fun. Like I said earlier with that, like the reading, or when all those cards came out and I wasn't getting anything, and I pulled more cards, still wasn't getting anything, and I finally surrendered and then got everything. Like, that was beautiful. And it's like, that's the journey. And it's like, if I was only focused on the destination in that moment, I would have felt like a failure, you know? I would have felt like, damn, I folded. Like, you know, fall into imposter syndrome. Like, damn, am I really connected? Am I really, you know, all these things. And it's like, yo, it's a trip. It's a journey, bro. It's unfolding. It's like, it's still unfolding as you feel like things are wrong. But it's like, you only don't get that once you stop, or once you get lost in your mind, and now it becomes all these things. It's like, yo, you didn't even know that was on its way to be so beautiful. The payoff was about to be so amazing, but you got scared and started freaking out, and then it became the terrible thing that you didn't want it to be. And it's like, relax, enjoy the trip, and understand that you don't know what's next. You don't know what's coming next. So if you're in the middle of a moment that feels like, relax, breathe. Remember that you are and what you're here to do, and that life is the journey. It's not the destinations along the way. It's the journey itself. So understand that as long as you're still here, your heart's still beating, and something's happening, that it's still unfolding and that everything is just fine. So don't allow something in process to scare you into a whole different direction because you feel like you're not aligned. It's like nothing changed. You're still moving forward. You're still just as connected. You're still everything. This is a part of it. It's like once this plays out, if you allow it to play out, you'll understand everything. It'll all be clear, but you have to allow it to be. So, and the last one I'm gonna talk about that was on the bottom is 11:11. This is it. Make a wish. Embody some shit. And trust that that's all you need to do. You know everything else. You got to clear on everything. You have everything. Just everything. So it's like, what now? What do you want? What are you creating? And that's it. So enjoy the ride, man. That was beautiful. I'm like, what? Like, that lineup was crazy. Third Eye is what came out. Oh no. It was Religion. Religion came out. Then we had Third Eye on the bottom. And Someone's Lying under that. Into the Destiny. Your Royalty. Raise your frequency. Mind your vibration. Fast. It's a trip. Relax. Where are we going? What are we doing? 02/21/12 when I went to say that. Whew. Proud of y'all, man. Super, super proud of y'all. And I feel the things y'all have here for y'all. Like, I feel, yeah, because I feel how the energy changes every week. And everything. And this energy right now, it feels good. Like, it feels right. It feels like things are in place. It feels like, yeah, it just feels like I'm surrounded by, like I'm in, oh, thank you, Dream. You're always right on time. Always right when I'm feeling so grateful. But it's like I feel like I'm surrounded by y'all's Amazon packages. And maybe not Amazon, but y'all packages. And the great things that are to be delivered to y'all. And it feels like I'm sitting amongst them, you know, and there's things stacked this high, and boxes that are this big, boxes that are this little, but feel very powerful. And just everything just feels like I'm just immersed in it. And I'm like here to like tell you like, oh, your packages are here. Like, here, come take them. 02/22/22 on the timer. And yeah, there's a lot of packages, long story short. And they're beautiful packages, and they feel very, very high vibe. Like, I can feel them through the boxes, and it's just kind of making me uncomfortable because the energy is so charged and potent. But yeah, I'm proud of y'all because I know that all of this is just a result. And I say all this because I really can feel it. And I feel like I can see it. Just looking here, I feel like it's all here. But yeah, it's like I'm so proud of y'all because like all of this is just a product of everything you are and everything you've become and everything you've shed and everything that you're not anymore. And just all of those processes that met at this current moment, and that led to this current moment. The hardest things you've been through, the best things you've been through, all came together poetically and weaved this story and brought us all to this moment right here. And it's like, I'm honored to be a part of that, honestly. And it's like, if you guys knew what was in store and what was here for you, like right now, I don't know, you'd be so excited, you wouldn't be able to contain yourself. And I don't know, I'm just always so grateful to be able to deliver that, you know? And that's not to say that the harder messages are like telling y'all to tighten up or to do better. I don't appreciate those as well, because those those moments allow us to get to these moments. So everything plays its part, and I'm grateful for it all, honestly. So I don't know, I'm just honored to continue to be here in this position and to play my part in all of this, and for it to continue to be unfolding, you know? Like, the more I know, the more I don't know anything, you know? And that it's not for me to know, it's for me to be present with it and to experience it all and to allow it to continue to unfold as it will. So yeah, I'm just grateful for y'all, and I'm grateful for this opportunity, because, you know, without y'all coming back here all the time and, you know, us doing this work, like, there would be nothing for me to be here for, you know? And yeah, I can't imagine my life without y'all at this point. So thank y'all. Thank you very, very much. And understand that, yeah, as much as I give, yeah, y'all give to me as well. Um, yeah, like the words, there's no words for the gratitude and levels of thank you that I want to express right now. But thank you. And I trust that you receive that energy, the fullness of that energy through the way I show up all the time and through, yeah, just you feel it and you see it and you experience it. Even if you don't have the words for it either, you know that there's something going on. It's like that's the truth. That's how you all make me feel, and that's how being here makes me feel. So thank y'all for doing your part and allowing me to continue to do my part and trusting me to do my part. And yeah, this thing's gonna continue to unfold and I'm committed to it and I'll continue to be here. So yeah, if Monday's not one of your favorite days of the week yet, we're still working and hey, we're still in process. As long as you're still here and as long as I'm still here, we'll get there. So thank you. And yeah, that's it for me. I'm Mark. I've been your reader. Today has been Monday Magic. And hell yeah, I hope you guys are ready because things are rolling there and they're about to start moving fast. Do not blink. If you blink, no, I don't make Mondays magic. Mondays come with their own magic. And we just get to experience it and highlight it. And and that's the difference in the name. I'm really glad you said that because when it came down to naming this container, it became Monday Magic or Magic Monday. And for me, words are everything. So with Magic Monday, it felt like we were bringing the magic, like it's a Monday. It's not just a Monday, it's a Magic Monday. As if we brought the magic to the Monday. But for me, that's not what it's about. Like, because for me, Mondays were already magical. Like, this is only a thing because it's my favorite day of the week and because the energy is so progressive and it's so progressive, but it gets such a bad rap. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's intentional, so for me, it was like, okay, that's the difference. I didn't like that because it's like, nah, we're not bringing the magic. The magic's already there. So Monday Magic is like, oh, okay, like we're getting to experience the magic of Monday. And that's the truth. That's what we're doing here. Because the magic is there whether I'm here or not. And whether we do this or not, like the energies and all that and the progression and all the things that we work with, it's there. So yeah, that's what's being highlighted here is the magic that's already present in the Monday. We're not bringing any magic here that's not already here. We just get to experience it, and we're blessed and aware and able to. So, yeah, that's some lore for Monday Magic. And, yeah, but thank you. I really appreciate that. And I hope I do add some magic and, make it different. But, yeah, the magic's definitely there, and I'm honored to be able to work with it. So, yeah, thank y'all. And thank you for the opportunity to talk about that. I really appreciate it. But, and you're welcome, Haley. Y'all are all welcome in every way. So, yeah, I'm Mark. Make sure y'all do all the things. Subscribe, follow, share with somebody, share with everybody. What else? Depending on where you find me, leave a comment. Whatever. Just amplify the energy, express whatever you need to express. Whatever feels right, honestly. And yeah, check out my stuff. Check out the different worlds that I've created, honestly. Whether it be through music, photography too. Like I have photography pages and things. All the links to everything me exist on my Linktree, which is on my pages. So you can just follow those and scroll, and there's all type of stuff. There's music, there's articles about different things I've done. There's information about the Layover, which is a community pop-up event that I'm still working to make happen. There's a million things. So yeah, definitely have fun and exploring the worlds of me, because I promise the magic doesn't stop here, and that this is just a pit stop as I'm doing everything, as I'm being as multidimensional as I encourage y'all to be, and as unlimited and as expanded as I encourage y'all to be. I promise I'm living I'm leading by example and being living proof. And that's what's always so exciting to come back here. And you can see it, you can feel the energy. I'm sure y'all feel it. Like, there's no faking what I come with, I promise you. So yeah, explore it and see the full scope of who exactly you have sitting before you. Yeah, because I'm very intentional, and yeah, I show up wholeheartedly in every arena you'll find me in. So that being said, if you resonate with me, there's a lot for you to explore, and there's a lot for you to tap in with. So happy exploring, and be on the lookout. I'm definitely looking to create new and bigger containers and more spaces for us to be in and continue to do work. Hey, Positive Impact. I like that name. So yeah, so just stay tuned and stay locked in, because it's only up from here, and only up and more in, deeper down. So yeah, but I could definitely do this all day, so I definitely be having to snatch myself away from y'all. But I love y'all, and thank you, Dream. Keep being you. Have a blessed week. I will. And you too. And you too, Positive Impact. I know you came in at the end, but I definitely look forward to you. I don't know. Well, I guess you can catch the replay, but I definitely look forward to catching you in future Monday Magics. And yeah, you're in for a treat. Welcome to the party. But I love y'all so much. I really, really do. And I can never say thank you enough. But yeah, I'll keep trying. I'll find new ways. But y'all be safe. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. And yeah, let me know how it goes, because I love hearing from y'all, and I love being able to walk through your proof and through your realities in any way that I can. So yeah, y'all be safe, and I'll see y'all around. Go have a great day on purpose, please. Peace. Well, actual peace. Never separated. We're always together.